Hello everyone, can you see and hear me? Just type in the chat if you can see and hear me. Hello, welcome. Everybody can see and hear me? Amazing. I'm just seeing everybody saying where they're from. Where are you from? It's starting. I'll give you guys a few seconds just to kind of get ready. Oh, there's so many of you. Oh my gosh. Hello, everyone. So where's everybody from? I know, Toronto. 4 p.m. Oh my god, the chat is going so quick. Almost midnight. We'll try and do this quickly. 30 minutes and then we'll kind of like try and chat. I'll ask some questions if you guys have. Wow, Kenya. Okay. India. Hello. Amazing. So if you guys want to go get some props, maybe some pillows, if you feel like you might want to modify. This is an all level. Oh, thank you so much. This is an all levels class, so great for everybody, but if you feel like you have a bit of inflexibility happening, feel free to grab some pillows, blocks. I have some blocks there, so I'll probably like grab them and use them if I feel like I need them. I'm feeling a bit tense, so do listen to the body as always. So nice to see you. Texas. Perfect. Does anybody have any questions before we start? No, you're amazing. Yeah, I don't know how it's gonna work. I've only done this a few times, and it's only worked a few times. I've attempted a lot, but it's only worked a few times. So I'm gonna try and get this class up on the channel after we're done. Oh no, you're not unlucky. You might get to catch it if I can get it up. If I can get it up, I'm gonna try and upload it so you guys can use it later. What's my favorite type of yoga? Right now, it changes all the time. Right now, I like restorative and yin, although that kind of takes away from my strengthening practice. I just like right now, for the past few months, my body's just needed a really low to the floor, and you'll probably see that as my uploads. I kind of upload to what I feel I need and what I feel like maybe other people need. So I know a lot of people hate that. They comment a lot about, oh, my practices are all the same, but it's just I kind of go with the flow of how I'm feeling. I want to like what I'm doing, and that's what pushes me to continue. This is your first ever live, Ben? That's amazing. It's been a while since I have taught a live class, almost a year actually. The difference between yin and restorative. Restorative yoga is, you know what, it's different for everybody. Generally, it's about doing nothing. So you don't really want to, you're not really trying to reach that limit of your edge. You're not trying to really reach your edge, but to just let go. So in a lot of restorative practices, you'll see a lot of props, just to stop you from going to that edge and to just really support you in that practice. And for yin, it's a form of deep stretching. So you really do want to reach that edge. So a lot of times you're not using props. If you're a beginner, of course you will. hospital ICU. Oh my gosh, Nicole, thank you for all that you do. Oh no, are you? Okay, yeah, you're at work. Thank you for all you do. I'm so grateful to have you here. Okay, so let's practice. I can talk forever. If you've ever tried one of my live classes, I can talk forever. Hi, Noah. Hi, Patricia. So good to see you here. Okay, so hi, Hobbytown. Okay, so let's get started. We're gonna grab your props, whatever you need. Hopefully I can get this class up after it's done. Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you for that donation. Okay, oh my gosh. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Thank you, Future Cardio. Thank you so much for all of the nice words. Okay, I can sit here all day. Okay, I'm just gonna move my chair. I hope it's bright enough for everybody. I'm gonna put my hair up. I'm so glad to help you move your body, Emmy. Sorry, Emmy. So happy I didn't miss it. Okay, everybody, welcome to Seated on the Mat. Just type in the mat if you can see me, if it's still kind of bright and you guys can see everything, and if you can hear me from that far. Just type yes or no. If you can hear my audio and see me well. Yes, no, maybe so. Did something happen? Nobody's talking. Can you see and hear me from over here? Because I can turn it up. Yes, okay. Awesome, okay. Loud and clear, perfect, great. Okay, let's come to seated. I'm just gonna put my hair up. Feel free to keep your hair down. Let it loose. Just gets in my face a lot. So we'll actually begin practice laying. I'm just going to check the time just to make sure. We'll begin practice laying on our backs this time around. And we'll just plant the feet on the mat, maybe keep the knees hip-width distance. You can keep your hands resting on your belly or just beside you. And just taking a moment here to connect with the body, connect with the breath. Checking in with the back, the spine. Maybe curling the tailbone up towards the sky and then melting your hips back down towards the mat. So just finding that neutral spine. Observing the connection between your body and the mat. Know that you are supported throughout this entire practice. Trust yourself. No overreacting. Just observe. Observe more. React less. We'll take a deep inhale, maybe expanding the ribs. And as you exhale, completely let go here. So just be really heavy. Even if it's just for a moment. And We'll draw the knees in towards the chest. Don't worry about how close you can get the legs. You want to feel good in your practice, so if your knees are over here, perfectly fine. You can even grab the backs of your thighs. Giving yourself some love for showing up to the mat today. Maybe rocking gently side to side. We'll plant the feet on the mat, take the mat with distance, and we'll just begin to rock the knees side to side. Feel free to have your hands to your sides, or you can take the elbows in line with the shoulders for a bit of a stretch in the upper body. And just a gentle rocking motion here. Sometimes I see a lot of fast movements, but just enjoy this little movement here. So just take your time. Rolling over the hips, over the glutes. And we'll come back to center. Bring the big toes to touch. We'll just allow the knees to fall open. Bottoms of the feet will naturally come to touch. Now option here, you can place pillows or blocks underneath the knees if you feel like it's a bit too intense. We'll begin to draw the breath into the belly. As you exhale, softening the mid-back and the lower back. Finding that nice neutral spine, and in doing so you might notice the sensation within the inner thighs or the groin might get a little more intense. So just observe here. Allowing yourself to completely let go with each exhale. Softening the legs, the feet, the ankles and toes. Take one more breath, drawing the breath into the belly. Exhale, softening the body, sighing out any tension in the upper back, the lower back. We'll bring the knees up, drawing the knees towards the chest and grabbing the backs of the thighs. Go ahead and rock forward. Now you don't have to do this. You can come all the way up to seated or just have some fun here. Just kind of rocking forward and back, tucking the chin, using your core. So just massaging the spine, and this won't feel good for everybody, especially if your mat is thin. It's your time to be a little kid here. Just have fun, be silly. And we'll do one more rock. Coming all the way up, and we'll make our way to our knees. Feel free to take the knees nice and wide here. Sending the hips towards the heels, walking the hands forward, forehead or cheek to the mat. Option here to modify, you can place pillows between the hips and heels. You can even place a block. You can place a pillow over the torso, so it's kind of supporting you here, less of a stretch. Begin drawing the breath into the chest. And As you exhale, softening the shoulders, the upper back, allowing the arms to be heavy, hands to be heavy, softening the fingers. We'll draw the breath into the belly. Nice big breath here. Expanding the side body, the lower back, so allowing the waistband of your pants to get tighter with each inhale. And as you exhale, completely softening the hips, sighing out any tension here in the hips, the feet, the ankles, softening the toes. On your next inhale, we'll come to a tabletop pose, taking the hands a little further up. Feel free to have the knees wide if that feels good. You can take the knees hip-width distance as well. And we'll just send the hips towards the heels, reaching forward. On an inhale, rounding through the spine, tuck the chin. And then coming into a little back bend here, lift the chin, take your gaze forward, exhale, send the hips back. So just really connecting with the body here, waking up the spine. Now if this doesn't feel good, you can just find some organic movement, maybe rocking side to side. You can circle the hips, you can do some cat-cows. So just taking a moment here, just doing whatever feels best for you. Using a bit of your core, a bit of your arm strength. Moving with the breath. We'll inhale, come to tabletop, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, tucking the toes. We're going to send the hips up for down dog, first down dog of the practice. So be gentle with the body. Feel free to keep a generous bend in the knees. You can walk the knees. Pressing the mat away from your hands, away from your feet. Let the head be heavy, no tension in the neck. You can even rock side to side here, opening up towards the right, opening up towards the left. Just remembering to press the mat away from you, ears away from the shoulders. On an inhale, rounding through all the way to plank, take the shoulders over wrists, engage the core, belly button towards the spine. Plant the knees, we're going to lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, untuck the toes, come right into an up dog or cobra. Slight bend in the elbows if that feels good. Exhale, tuck the toes. Send the hips up for down dog. You might feel like the body's getting a little warmer here. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Inhale, stepping to the top of the mat, coming right into a half lift. Flat back, take your time here, finding what feels good. You can come up as high as you need. We'll take one more breath here. As you exhale, take a fold. Feel free to bend the knees. Let the head be heavy. Inhale, come to standing. Reach the hands up overhead. Exhale, take the hands to heart center. Take a moment here. Observing how the body feels. Notice how the arms are feeling. You might Might notice your heartbeat racing a bit. Just checking in here. We'll take the hands to our sides. We'll take the feet mat width distance or hip width distance, whatever feels good for you today. And we'll just let the arms be heavy and just kind of sway them side to side. And feel free to get a little bend in the knees if that feels good. Again, just be silly here. It's your time to just be just you and your mat. Don't worry about what it looks like. We'll start to slow our sway. Take your time here. Coming back to center. Go ahead and interlace your fingers behind your back, pressing the fists towards the mat. Gently begin to open the chest as you take your gaze up, lifting the chin. Just a gentle gaze. Softening the shoulders away from the ears. Almost like you're lifting through the sternum. So you're lengthening through the spine, tucking the tailbone very slightly. We'll take one more breath here, and as you exhale, begin to bend the knees. The knees aren't wide. If the legs aren't wide, take them a little wider here. Start to bend the knees as you exhale, folding forward, hinging at the hips. And you can keep the fists pulling back, or you can begin to soften the neck. Come all the way forward as you lift the fists up towards the sky. Again, this won't feel good for everybody, so feel free to take some blocks or just place your hands on the mat and just keep the knees bent. You can just lift through the tailbone, lengthening through the spine. Again, whatever feels good. If something doesn't feel good in practice today, feel free to take something that feels better. We'll take one more breath. Exhale, gently release, and on the inhale, straighten the legs. Come right into a half lift, shimmy the feet back together, hip width distance. Exhale, take a fold. Feel free to bend the knees. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, stepping the left foot back. Take your time here. We're going to come into our high lunge. Inhale as you lift the hands up overhead. Feel free to step that back foot a little closer towards the top of the mat for less of a stretch. Engaging the core and gently tucking the tailbone, almost like you're drawing the tailbone down towards the mat. Be strong through the arms, almost like you're holding a block over your head. We'll go ahead and open up towards the left. Left toes pointed towards the left side of the mat. Right hand reaches forward, left hand reaches back. Just check in with the hands here. Keeping the wrist over the wrist in line with the shoulders, Softening the shoulders away from the ears. And again, tucking the tailbone. Engage the core. Naturally, that tuck will help to engage the core. Lifting through the sternum. Inhale, flip the palm, reach it forward, reach, reach, reach. As you exhale, plant that left hand to the back of the left thigh, reaching that right hand up and over, reverse warrior. Don't lose that tuck here. Really lengthen through the chest, lifting the sternum. Take your gaze up. Exhale, go ahead and come back to your warrior two. We're going to transition here and take your time, a bit of a challenge, coming right into our high lunge. Hands reach up overhead, plant the hands to the mat. Exhale, step it back, plank. Feel free to take a vinyasa if that is available to you, or drop the knees, lower halfway, take your chaturanga. Inhale, untuck the toes. Lift through the sternum. Up dog or cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, send the hips up for down dog. Walk it out here, take a moment, pressing the mat away from you, soften the neck, let the head be heavy. Inhale, stepping to the top of the mat, coming right into a half lift, flat back. Exhale, take your fold, bend the knees if that feels good. Inhale, half lift, flat back. This time we're going to step the right foot back. Exhale. Inhale, high lunge. Take your time, embrace the wiggles and shakes. Feel free to fall out of a pose if you need to. No worries, no pressure here. Working through the body, tucking the tailbone, engage the core. Lifting through the sternum. Exhale, opening up towards the right. Right toes pointed towards the right side. Warrior two. Left hand reaches forward. Right hand reaches back. Take a moment to observe the body. Notice where you're feeling the warmth. Inhale, flip the palm, reach it forward. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, reverse warrior. Reaching that left hand up and over. No reacting here, just observing. The more we react, the sensation gets intensified. So try to observe more. Coming back to your warrior two, exhale, inhale, transitioning to your high lunge. Hands reach up overhead. Exhale, plant the hands. Step it back, plank. Option two, lower chaturanga or drop the knees. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, untuck the toes, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Feel free to walk it out, bending one knee, then the other. Take another inhale. Full exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, plant the knees. Sending the hips towards the heels, coming right into a child's pose. If child's pose doesn't feel good today, feel free to come to something that does feel better. Taking a moment here to fully let go. Softening the arms. Working with the breath, using your exhales to sigh out any tension in the upper back. Notice how the upper back is feeling. You might feel a heaviness. You might just feel sweat. Whatever it is, just observe here. On your next inhale, rounding up one vertebrae at a time. Take your time here, let the head come up last, let the arms be heavy. And we'll go ahead and cross the ankles, coming all the way back down to our backs. Go ahead and place the right ankle to the top of the left thigh, flexing the foot, pressing into the heel. Now you can stay here if this is enough. You don't have to go any further if you are feeling a stretch, or if this just is what you need today. Or you can go ahead and thread the hands, well, the right hand between the legs, interlacing your fingers behind that left leg, hugging the legs towards the chest. And just taking a moment here, we won't stay here too long, just to kind of Check in with the body here, maybe even rocking side to side. Notice where you're feeling that stretch. And we'll take one more breath. We'll exhale, see if you can draw the legs in a little closer this time. And we'll release. Switching sides, so just taking that left ankle to the top of that right thigh. You can stay right here, no pressure. Or you can thread the left hand between the legs, interlacing the fingers behind the right thigh, hugging the legs towards the chest, flexing the feet, that's where you're gonna get that stretch. And just staying here for a quick moment, checking in with the body, maybe rocking side to side. This is one of my favorite morning poses. Getting into the hips, the lower back. We'll take one more breath. Exhale, again, see if you can draw the legs in a little closer, no pressure. And we'll gently release. Give yourself a big hug here, quick hug. And then we'll plant the feet to the mat. Now you have the option, we're gonna come into a supine twist. You have the option to drop both knees over towards the left, keeping the back flat on the mat. Can modify here, placing a pillow between the legs, between the knees, and underneath the knee for added support. You can even place a folded blanket or pillow underneath the right shoulder. If you'd like to go a little deeper, you can cross the right leg over the left and then drop the knees over towards the left. And you can modify the same way, placing a pillow underneath the knees or underneath that right shoulder. You can have your hands resting by your sides or take the elbows in line with the shoulders for a little bit of more of a stretch in the chest and in the arms. Using your inhales to really create that space, maybe drawing the breath into the chest. As you exhale, completely letting go here, allow the upper body to be heavy, sighing out any tension with your exhales. Softening the legs, the feet, and the ankles. Even checking in with the toes. Inhale, we'll gently release and we'll just switch sides. So whatever variation feels best for you, go ahead and take the legs over towards the right. Option to modify, take your time here. Utilizing your inhales to really create that space. Exhaling to sigh out any tension. Reacting, observing here, observing more, reacting less. Next, inhale, gently release, and we'll take the knees in towards the chest. chest. Give yourself a big hug, big squeeze. Option to gently rock side to side. We'll go ahead and grab the outer edges of the feet, and you can keep the bottoms of feet to touch, or you can open the feet coming right into happy baby pose. An option here to rock side to side if that feels good. Stay where you feel your best. Give ourselves one last hug here. Good squeeze. Some gratitude for showing up to the mat today. Giving your body some gratitude for supporting you throughout this entire practice. And go ahead and take the feet to the bottom of the mat. Hands to your sides, palms facing up. And you can place pillows or blocks underneath the knees if that feels better for your lower back today. Feel free to cover up. We're going to take a few moments here in our Shavasana. Hands to your sides, palms facing up, and just as always taking this one moment out of our practice to just be. So to be here with the body in its fully relaxed and present state, and a moment to really just soak in all the work we just did. Working through the body, we'll work with the breath. And begin to soften the forehead. Maybe keeping a gentle gaze with the eyes, or begin to close the eyes. We'll soften the jaw and allow the chin to naturally fall here, so no tension in the back of the neck. Drawing the breath into the chest and maybe feeling your rib cage expand as you inhale. As you exhale, softening the chest, the ribs, the shoulders, the arms. Allowing the hands to be heavy. And draw the breath into the belly, biggest breath you've taken today. As you exhale, softening the mid-back and the lower back. Acknowledging the connection between the sacrum and the mat. Taking a moment to observe how the hips are feeling. Begin to soften the knees and allowing the feet to naturally fall outward. Softening the toes and the ankles. We'll rest here a few moments. Continue working through the body, or just observing the body, observing the breath. Gently begin to wake up the body, wiggling the fingers and toes. Maybe rocking the head side to side, bending the knees. Take your time here. When you're ready, we'll roll over towards our right. We'll take a full inhale. And exhale. We'll gently come up to seated, whatever comfortable seat that works for you today. We'll inhale the hands up overhead, bridge nice and tall. Deep inhale, exhale, take the hands to heart center. I invite you to join me to take an Om. We'll inhale, and on the exhale, we'll Om together. Full breath. We'll take an inhale. Full exhale. Thank you so much for joining. We'll come closer. Hello, everyone. Let me know how that was. There's so much going on in the chat. Oh, thank you so much, Holly, for that donation. Just trying to catch up here. Oh, I'm so glad that you feel calmer, Mary. I'm so glad you guys liked it. Beautiful class. So much love to you, Sarah. So good to see you, Sarah. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. It's going so quickly. I'm trying to read quickly, so if I miss your message. Oh, I know, it's been so long since we all connected. Oh, Charlie, I appreciate you too. Rebecca, I'm so glad you enjoyed the Inflexibility series. I have so many new people who joined me this year here on YouTube. So if you don't know, I do have a whole 30-day series. we still have we have a 30-day series specifically for inflexible people. Anik, thank you so much for that donation. Oh, I'm so glad that the classes can help you. Thank you so much. Oh, you guys. So I get sidetracked so easily. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. We have a whole 30-day series for inflexible people, inflexible bodies, and I get a lot of comments asking for practices like that. So if you didn't know, I do have a lot of those. incorporating props. Don't be shy of props. They are amazing. You see lately, my body has not been that flexible, so I've been utilizing props. I've been bending my knees when I need to. Noah, I see you. Noah's here. He's my cousin's son, and they're staying over, saying they're waiting for me downstairs. Gianna, I'm so glad that you've enjoyed that Inflexible series. Janky? I hope I'm saying your name right. Thank you so much for that donation. Thank you. My tattoos are a lot of mistakes. Am I from... No, I'm not from LA. I'm from Montreal, Canada. Good old Canada. The weather is starting to warm up here, so I'm excited to enjoy the outdoors once again. I'm so happy to see you too. Do any of you have any questions before we end the live stream? Well, there's so many people in here that I recognize from comments. Do I do any classes? What do you mean by do I do any classes? I have one dog. His name is Rocky. Well, he has a lot of nicknames. His nickname, Rocky, Pooh Bear, Clementine. He has a lot of nicknames, but his name is Rocky. The vet knows him as Rocky. I would love to do more live streams. I hope we can maybe do this next Monday. Or does Sunday work for everybody? I don't know. I'm gonna have to try and put a poll, your videos. Oh, I'm so glad that you're enjoying the videos. Naomi, I'm so glad that the videos can and the classes can support you during this time. For how long have I been doing yoga? Since I was, I think, 21. 21? Yeah, 21, I think. I've been practicing yoga. Meditation, I've been doing that for a very long time. Yeah, the dog, he's not in the room. Everybody likes when he's a part of the class, but if he heard me talking, he would not leave me alone. So maybe next time I'll pop him in to the live stream. And he can teach the class. What is your recommendation? How much time should we practice yoga on a daily basis? I mean, ideally an hour. I mean, but you can't really put time on how you feel and what you need. Go with the flow. Work towards an hour, but don't stress yourself, because even 5 minutes a day is something, and it's something to be proud of. A lot of people feel like they don't do enough, and they're doing their best. So just do your best. How often do I do live streams? I don't want to miss the next one. I'm hoping next week. Maybe we'll do this weekly. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of when's the next live? Am I single? Yes, I am. I've been single for a very long time. It's been the most amazing time of my life, of finding myself and growing as a person. and just finding myself. I recommend it to everybody who feels lost, who is maybe, or who has been in toxic relationships or feels like they can't seem to find the one. Be alone. Be with you and find yourself and be happy with yourself, and then you can offer yourself out to somebody else in that sense. Come together. Not I don't. That was really bad wording. But you get my drift. I'm trying to scroll back up. So Sunday would be better. Okay, so you guys like Sundays. Classes online. So the live ones we can pay for. Perhaps group classes. Or I guess more lives. Okay. Sorry guys, I know I'm just trying to come up. I've seen a few. Will you do harder yoga? Yes. Isabel, I will be doing harder yoga classes. I actually have a membership that I'm creating on YouTube that will offer like tiers for like intermediate, beginner. So I'm excited for that. Do I do real life classes? I do, not since COVID. Before COVID, I was working at a gym, which was interesting. Not really my jam. It's just a very different vibe for me. And I teach in and around for events in Montreal. And hopefully in the future, we'll do some retreats. That's always on my mind. Okay, read those. Still going through them, guys. If you're still here, oh my gosh, thank you. Sorry, I closed the chat. What's my favorite food? Oh, it changes all the time. All the time. Maybe curry? Maybe lasagna? I don't know. I'm vegan, so everything that I eat is vegan. I like ice cream. I like vegan cheesecake. Any recommendations for hamstring stretches if you are really inflexible? I have. Check my inflexible. I will actually like pin it as a comment when I upload this. My inflexible series has a lot of those, and I have some trickled around too. Are you still yes, if you guys are interested in Charisse, was that you who asked me? I remember somebody asked me, I think it was you, about my vegan journey. If you guys are interested, I can make a video about that. So Sunday works well for most. And just let me know, is this time a good time for you for lives? Oh, do I teach classes online that you pay for? No, not anymore. For 4 years, I taught over Skype, group classes and private classes, which was amazing. I met so many amazing people all over the world, and that was my thing. But it got very tiring after a while. A lot of my time was spent waiting on people and with very little reward. And I know it's not about the reward, but you know what? We gotta pay some bills. So it didn't really, it wasn't helping me in the long run. 4 years was great, but it was time to kind of leave that. So I don't teach online group classes anymore. If I teach anything, it's going to be a free class, and I want it to be for everybody. Sundays. Okay, so everybody's down for Sunday. Do I do meditation too? Yes, meditation was my first ever practice incorporated into my life. And it is still with me till this day. I've been over a decade meditating. And I do that daily, every day, sometimes twice a day. I look like I'm 21. Thank you, I'm 31. Thank you, Holly. That's so nice of you. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm doing great. Can I do guided meditations? Yes, I can. I have some up already, but I can do more. The thing with, like, I would post a lot more guided meditations, but my microphone has a bit of static in it, so I tried some other ones, but just, if you know of a microphone that doesn't have static, that's, like, great for meditations, tell me, like, comment it in the chat, because I really need a really good microphone. You have a crazy cat who meows through your practice. That's okay. Use it as a way to be present, because it's not about what's going on around us. It's about tuning inward. Perfect. Oh my God, there's so many. Sorry. Do you have any favorite poses or poses that were a struggle for you at first, but you came to be comfortable with it? Well, there's a lot of poses that I couldn't do at first that I worked towards, and I did, and I can't do anymore because a lot of my practice in the beginning, well, my practice when I first started was to feel good and to be more connected with myself. And then I started wanting to have goals and goal poses, and I just started working towards those, and I did those. And now my practice has kind of shifted towards being flexible to just feeling my best. And I feel like that should be everybody's goal with yoga, is to just feel good, feel your best in and out, and use the practice as a tool every single day to really work your way towards your best self. It's not about standing on your hands. It's not about standing on your head. It's not about doing the splits. And it's great if you have those goals. I think it's so nice. I had my forearm stand, my headstand was my goal, and I did that, and I love it. Actually, that I'm gonna say that's my favorite pose because I love doing it and I feel so good afterwards. But it's always nice to have those goals, but then what? Like, you still want to feel good, right? You don't want to feel like you just worked in like 1,000 hours to stand on your head and you didn't do anything else. Still going through. I know I lost so many people. Yes, I will do a poll on different time slots. Oh my God, Charlie, thank you so much for that donation. Kathy, Kathy, thank you so much for that donation. Wow, you guys, thank you. That's so sweet. Still going through the questions. My favorite yoga clothes, active wear, yoga fashion is Liquido Active, and I will link them. I am an ambassador, so anytime you do see me post a link, I do get a little bit of commission if you do purchase. But they're a brand that I fully stand behind. Their clothes are amazing. If I can live in these clothes, I really would. The material it's like no other. Like, the material is just amazing. Aloha, Hawaii. Oh, I can't wait to go back. A lot of you are wanting guided meditations. Do I watch any movies that move me spiritually? I don't watch a lot of TV. And when I do watch TV, it is reality shows. I feel like that puts a little bit of balance in my life. And my favorite reality shows right now are Married at First Sight and 90 Day Fiancé. If you watch those shows, send me a DM. Let's gossip. Am I vaccinated? No, and I'm still deciding if I do want to. Thank you to everybody who has gotten the vaccine. It's amazing, and progress towards everybody living life as normal. How long have I been vegan? I went vegan 5 years ago on my birthday. Same time I stopped drinking alcohol. I just kind of made this big shift in my life, and it was time. Still scrolling, guys. I know I can be a little boring. It's the perfect time, okay? Which mats do I recommend? Liveform is a great mat. It's the mat that I was using there. I have a few of their mats. And my newest favorite mat is from Yoga Pieces. It's the pink one that you've seen in my most recent videos. Super grippy. And I love it. What can make it better is if it was a little bit thicker. I'm a bit bony, so like when I sit or like kind of rock on my back, it hurts a bit. Can I do a naked? What? Oh, guys, I'm reading this all wrong. I'm so sorry. It's a mistake here. Can you make a video for parents and children? Wow, that is so far from what I thought that was. Absolutely. Yes, I can. Parent and teen classes would be great too. Yes. I did do a kids training too, which was really fun. That was fun. That was a while ago I did that training. Never really kind of pursued it. But at least I'm glad that I did it. About the tattoo on my ankle. It's a rosary. I don't follow that religion anymore. If you do, great. But that's not, I got that when I was 14. Let me scroll down. Okay, we can definitely gossip about 90 Day Fiancé. Yes. I love that show. Okay, yeah, I answered that tattoo question. It's just a rosary with a cross. Do I collect crystals? I have crystals. Do I really care about them? No. I don't know what to say about crystals. They're beautiful. They're gorgeous. I have lots of malas. I have lots of crystals. They're beautiful. They're from nature. But I don't really I don't use them in my practices. I don't sleep with them. I don't do, if you do, again, great. I don't really use them. Crow is your goal. We can try and do some crow. I'll get some classes done. Are there any poses not to do when it's the time of the month? I'd say do what feels best for you, because there's some poses that sometimes when I'm on my period, they don't feel great, but then next time I'm on my period, I feel like I need it. The only thing you'd want to avoid is going upside down, really, just because that you're channeling that energy out, you're shedding, you're letting go, you're creating space for new. So going upside down kind of brings that cycle back in rather than out. So do avoid any inversions. I mean, it's up to you. Again, I just don't recommend doing inversions when it's your period. Do I like ASMRs? Not really. I do watch a lot of like painting. There's a guy who does like restoration. I forget his name, but he does a lot of like restoration like paintings, and I just love just to watch it, and it's just so soothing. Other than that, I don't want to hear people eat. I really don't. And yeah, I'm not really into ASMRs. I don't mind doing them. I have a few. Have I ever modeled before? No, I haven't. I don't think that I'm really like a model-esque. I don't think I would love that. Have I ever ran into any of the people who like my videos? I've never been recognized outside, if that's what you're saying. You're welcome, Michael. I'm so glad you're enjoying the classes. What are my morning yoga poses and routine? My routine, I actually have like pretty much what I love to do in the morning already up. If you look at my most recent morning miracle, that is like, I just like to take it easy in the morning. Today, even for me, was a bit more of a flowy practice, but it really gave me some energy, so I hope it helped you too. Do I speak any other languages? No, yeah. Understand a bit of Italian. Not that much though. I understand French. I used to speak a bit better French, but now it's just kind of lost. But I mean, I can find my way if I needed to speak French. What is a fun fact about me? Fun fact about me. I used to be a hairdresser. You can't tell. I used to be a hairdresser. That was my first passion. Do I have a job that's not about yoga, or I don't know? Nope, I don't. This is it. This is my job. Where am I based out of? Montreal, Canada. Sorry if this is overstepping, but are you Indigenous or Native American? I do have it in my bloodline. My mother's father, probably a very small percentage, because I am my grandmother was very mixed, and my father is full Italian. So I would love to get a DNA type of kit done just to see. It's really interesting. I can easily be a successful foot model. You know what? If I had $1 every time I heard that, I appreciate the push, but I'm gonna not do that. Thank you so much, everyone. I think I have everybody's questions. I know I skipped quite a few. Not on purpose though, just scrolling. It just keeps moving. Final question from me. No worries. What do I do besides yoga to get fit? I used to do weights. I haven't in a while. I do Pilates, not as often as I should. But yeah, mostly Pilates and yoga. That's it. And in summertime, I like to go running. I don't go running as long now because I hurt my knees. Was it last summer or the summer before that? I went running and just one day I woke up and I couldn't walk. I hurt my knees. I didn't hurt, they weren't really injured. It was just like overuse and I couldn't walk for like 2-3 weeks. So now I just kind of take it slow and I power walk. I just go and walk really fast and far. And I run here and there. Will you do some healthy recipe cooking segment? I can't say healthy. I'm vegan, but that doesn't mean that I eat healthy. Probably can do a plant-based segment. Which book am I reading? I'm not reading any book right now, which is throwing me out of my element. My favorite book, I don't think I have a favorite book. I want to say The Vortex, but I also like a lot of Wayne Dyer books. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. Yes, I can definitely add some cooking. Probably not nutrition information because I don't specialize in that. I just kind of eat and cook. Thank you so much, Anik. Okay, everybody. I lost so many of you just from talking. All right. What are my favorite plant-based meals? Lasagna. I do a really good curry. I love curry. Ooh, yes. Okay, so everybody wants some vegan cooking videos. I can do that. Maybe next week or next month. I'll do a poll actually just to see what you guys want me to cook. I'm not sure what that last one is, but I guess I will let you guys go. We've been streaming for quite some time. Thank you so much, Sabrina, for joining me and for letting me be a part of your practice. Thank you, everyone. It's so nice to talk and meet you guys too. Cooking with Bird. Can do that. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me and for letting me be a little part of your practice. It's really just a blessing. And these platforms like this allow us to do so. I'm going to try and figure out how to stop this. Namaste. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.